30, 60.
What's up guys, my name is Sean, welcome to my tech channel and happy holidays depending on which holidays you're celebrating or when you're even watching this video. It is November 2022, it's that time of the year for me to release my annual holiday gift guide. I do want to share 5 things with you before jumping right into the video. I have a list of about 30 to 35 products I'm going to be reviewing, so it doesn't matter how you cut it, even if I spend only 60 seconds on each product, the video could be 30 minutes long. I'm gonna have a link to all the products down in the description below. I'm also gonna have chapters in the timeline of the video so you can skip back and forth between different categories. And those categories are speakers, earbuds, keyboards, wearables, smart light, chargers / power, smart locks, and iPad accessories. Second point, the music you will listen when I do my speaker test, these are licensed music that I had to pay just for this one video. The 2 songs I had selected, one is Snowman by Sia, the other one is Look Alive by Drake. Third, as you can imagine, it takes weeks and weeks for me to prep, video, and edit this entire video for you guys. So the least you can do, if you like the video, don't forget to actually hit the like button. Right now around Black Friday, some of these companies, they have massive coupons, some of them 40% off. So I'm not gonna in the video talk about the prices because it could significantly vary when you are watching this video. So if you wanna know how much they are, click the link down in the description. If you don't have Amazon Prime, I do have a link available that you can sign up for a free / trial Amazon Prime. First speaker is a retro pixel art portable speaker called D2. This is by a company called Devoom. As you can see, this is a very unique looking speaker. It is shaped like an old computer. It actually has mechanical keys on it. You can make your own pixel art animation using the app. It looks really good on the desk. When you want to gift this, it comes with this really nice box.
Don't cry, snowman, not in front of me. Who'll get your tears if you can't get me, darling?
901 Shelby Drive, look alive, look alive. Came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, them dogs.
Second speaker is Stormbot Mini. This is by Tribit. I personally really like the speaker. Even though it's very thin and very small, it actually is very crisp and it packs a decent punch for its size. What's unique about it is you have this really strong kind of like clip that you can use to mount at a pole or at your bike or at a strap on your backpack.
Don't cry, snowman, not in front of me. Who'll get your tears if you can't get me, darling?
Yeah. 901 Shelby Drive, look alive, look alive. Came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, them dog, we gon' see how hard they ride.
All right, next speaker is Musin by CyberCube. It's this tiny rugged speaker right here. This thing has a lot going on for itself. Number one, when you want to gift this thing, it comes with this really cool box, and just the whole experience of unboxing and enjoying this is definitely very unique. Second thing is what this thing will do. This is a fidget spinner. You can click this, tap this, rotate it. This is a very small but very heavy, rugged, portable Bluetooth speaker.
Don't cry, snowman, not in front of me. Who'll get your tears if you can't get me, darling?
Oh well, them dog, we gon' see how hard they ride. I get rest to go outside and I spit it with the guys. We up on the other side.
Next, we're gonna get to the big boy category. I have this monster of a speaker. This is by W King, one of my favorite portable Bluetooth speaker brand. This is the D10 model. For its size and its price is one of my go-to speakers I normally recommend. It has some RGB lighting, comfortable handle, You have good bass passive ports on the sides.
Don't cry, snowman, not in front of me. Who'll get your tears if you...
Yeah. 901 Shelby Drive, look alive, look alive. Came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, them dog, we gon' see how hard they ride.
Next, we get to a little bit of a bigger category. This is Storm Box Blast by Tribit. This is a 90 watt speaker. The last speaker was 70 watts. And obviously, as you can imagine, it just at a different quality. It's much heavier, it's much larger. You still do have some RGB lighting.
Don't cry, snowman, not in front of me. Who'll get your tears if you can't catch me, darling?
Yeah. 901 Shelby Drive, look alive, look alive. Came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well.
Inside the Tribit app, you can actually change the sound profile of the speaker. So depending on the type of music you're listening to, jazz, you listen to classical or whatnot, you can actually go ahead change that in here as well. And the final speaker, which is the loudest and biggest portable speaker, is another speaker by W King. This is 100 watts. And even though it's only 10 watts more than the previous speaker, I feel it's a little bit louder, but depending on the form factor, you get to choose either of the other two. So this one, for example, is a vertical. This is a vertical speaker and the handle is at the top. The other one was a horizontal speaker and the handle was also at the top.
Who'll get your tears if you can't catch me, darling? If you can't catch me, darling.
Yeah. 901 Shelby Drive, look alive, look alive. Came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, them dog, we gon' see it.
So the first earbuds I want to show you is Anker Soundcore Liberty 4. This is for someone who wants to have AirPods Pro from Apple, but they don't want to pay that much price for it. This by far is the best equivalent slash better earpods that I've tested compared to my AirPods Pro. Everything about this in several ways is just simply better. Unboxing, the quality, the ear tips are super, super soft. This has heart rate tracking inside. I like it because of the active noise canceling it offers, the transparency, the battery life, and how comfortable it is. How loud and punchy it is. It genuinely sounds really, really good. And they cost about half of what the AirPods Pros are. The icing on the cake is the fact that you can use the Soundcore app to change the sound profile of the music or the audio you're listening. Second is also by Soundcore, but is a totally different set of earbud. This is wireless VR earbuds. They're designed for Meta, but I don't have any VR headset. But what I do use them for is this little dongle. You can have dual connection, both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth at the same time with these earbuds. So as you can see, these are gaming earbuds. So you have these RGB lighting. One, you can change the colors or you can have them turned off or pulse and whatnot. But what's cool is with Bluetooth, you can have them connected to your phone, and at the same time I can, let's say, plug this into my PlayStation and have close to like zero lag audio using Wi-Fi connections. And they cost less than the last earbuds, but they don't offer active noise canceling and whatnot. And the focus is on zero lag or less than 30 milliseconds. And the final earbuds I have for you are Moho 2 Bone Conduction headphone. The first time I used these, I was blown away. How is it that without having anything inside my ear, I can fully hear the audio? It was just very bizarre. Basically what this will do, this will sit right in front of, on your temple essentially, and through vibration, you actually will sense what the audio is. It is very comfortable. So if you want to go out for a run, jog, and whatnot, and you want your ears to be open, this will be perfect. If you work in a work environment that you just need to be aware of your surroundings, if there are heavy machineries around and you need your ears to be open, but you want to have earbuds in your ear, these will be perfect. So the first of the 3 keyboards we're looking at is Air 75 by Nanoleaf. Many of my viewers have actually gotten this keyboard and they're very happy with what this thing is and it does and its performance. This is supposed to be the world's thinnest mechanical keyboard, and what's nice is it works both with Mac and Windows. So as you can see, it's very, very thin. You have these portable magnetic legs. You have your dedicated arrow key, so if you're into gaming, you're gonna have these. You can get them with Gateron brown, red, and blue switches. It offers 2.4 gigahertz connection as well as Bluetooth. The switches are hot swappable. The frame is aluminum. It has RGB backlit and side lit. Next is the Keychron K8 Pro. You can get the same keyboard in a smaller configuration, which is the K6 Pro. They are programmable via key configurator and they have KMK firmware, Bluetooth 5.1, hot swappable. The stabilizer are screwed in. You got PBT keycaps. The switches are pre-looped from manufacturer and it has RGB lighting. 2 different sizes of legs. This is a really good entry-level professional mechanical keyboard you can get, and take a listen how good this thing sounds. Very thick, not a lot of echo and reverb. Next is as unique of a keyboard as you can see. This is a keyboard with a freaking screen built into it, so you can use this as a second screen. I have done a full review of this. Definitely you can check it out, but this will be awesome. Let's say if you are doing any kind of like editing, Photoshop, audio, music, video editing, you can drop all your tools into this panel. You can put your, I don't know, Spotify, all the stuff that is like secondary. You don't need it on your main real estate screen. You can have it here. If you got a Word document, you want to type stuff up, or a YouTube channel, whatever you're watching as you're working on the main screen. First, in the wearable category, we have this budget-friendly smartwatch. This is by Touch Elex. For less than 40 bucks, you get a lot. The screen is actually very bright and very vivid. You have the ability to change the screen. The second thing is the amount of sensors it has built into this. So it does obviously your activity tracking. If you go for a walk, run, it gives you some read into your sleep. So you have sleep tracking capability. Blood oxygen sensor, heart rate sensor. It comes in about 3 or 4 different colors. It has magnetic charging in the back, and this thing has 7+ days battery life, and I have tested this and it is very, very true. So next in the wearable category is actually this ring that I'm wearing. This is a smart ring that measures your activity, your sleep quality, heart rate monitor, as well as blood oxygen sensors and a lot more. Good battery life. Typically with only 60 minutes of charging, you have 4 days of battery life, and you have to sync the data with your app to pull everything in and then give you the information. But it can by itself store up to 10 days of data. So first you will get this sizing kit. These are basically 3D printed rings to see what size you need to order. And then once you order the kit, you will get this packet. In this packet, you basically have charger and the ring itself. You have the option to try to change the color of the band by getting these extra accessories. So if I want to change, I can put a silver band on top of this. This is scratch resistant, it's waterproof. Next we have these AR glasses by Super Hexa. It comes in this awesome carrying case. You can put your magnetic charging cable and store it down here. This is as unique of a gadget as you can get. It has heads-up display, dual camera. In video mode, you have 5x optical zoom. In photo mode, you can do 15x hybrid zoom. You have this touch sensitive panel on the side, so you can tap to take picture or stop and start recording. And you get all kinds of cool other apps and features within this AR glass that is constantly upgrading. So for example, this thing can do live translation. So I can say from, for example, Italian to English, and obviously it needs to be connected to the phone. So as someone in front of me is speaking Italian, I can see the English translation right in front of my eye. I've done a full review of this. Definitely check it out. And the last wearable, again, is another very, very unique product I wanted to share with you. This is BP Doctor Pro, and yes, BP stands for blood pressure. This watch right here, it actually has an inflatable band right here with a pump built into this. So you can take your blood pressure on demand, and it is very accurate. Obviously, it measures your heart rate. You can do workouts. It measures your blood oxygen. Also, it measures what is called an HRV. So each of your heartbeat, even though they seem very similar, there's a small variation. And all those variations, they actually mean something. They create different shapes on this chart right here. And then within the app, you can follow to see what that shape actually means. So the band is inflating right now. (124/76). Looks like I'm gonna live. So first in the smart lock category, I have Flex Touch Deadbolt by Lockley. This is a full-blown smartwatch, but as you can see, it is not screaming that I'm a smartwatch. You have a small sensor at the bottom for fingerprint, which you can obviously use to lock and unlock. Also, you have the ability to use the app to not only let yourself in, but also invite others to give them temporary badges or permanent badges for family members to be able to use the app to be able to get in. So you have multiple ways: keys, app, and the scanner. If you want to have remote access and be able to lock and unlock remotely, there is an additional hub you need to get. That way you will have a full control over the access. And if you want to take that to the next level, then you can consider something like this. This is also by Lockley. This is the world's first, as far as I know, a video doorbell and a smart lock all in one. So someone would ring the doorbell. This is a physical button. And in your app, you will see who it is. And within the app, you unlock. So for example, if you have Ring, you have to see that. Then you're going to switch to a different app if you have a smart lock to be able to unlock the door that way. So you have code access, fingerprint reader on the side. You can use the app. This actually comes with the hub. So you will have full remote access for full monitoring and locking and unlocking the door. It also comes with a door sensor. So it will tell you if the door itself is open or closed. So in the lighting category, I have a few Nanoleaf products I want to share with you. The first one is Nanoleaf shapes, and these are mini triangles. In this starter kit, you get 5 small triangles like this. Probably going to be difficult for the camera to pick up the colors, but in the app, you can control and design different patterns, and you can get multiple packs or extension pack and continue to improve and further the design. You have some basic controls through this panel. You can actually have this beat to music and much more. Now the concept of Nanoleaf, as far as what you can do with the color combinations and what you can do with the app, is the same, but they're different products that will do that. So the next product is basically the same concept, but much larger. This is also Nanoleaf shapes in the triangle shape. And these panels, as you can see, are much larger. So to put it to perspective, so almost 3 of these will make up one of these panels. This pack comes with 7 light panels. Again, the power of this thing is what you can do in the app to continue to further the design and create the mood that you're interested in. It works with Apple HomeKit, Google Assistant, and Alexa, as well as SmartThings and IFTTs. And the final in the lighting category, I have this brand new line of product from Nanoleaf. This is Nanoleaf Lines. Lines is not new, but Lines Squared is. Previously, you used to get these connections, but now they're coming up with Line Square for you to actually be able to create these shapes or an actual square. This starter kit comes with 4. You can get these extension packs with 3. The idea is you will do the same thing. You can create whatever design or pattern you would like. The possibilities are endless in the app. You also have the music visualizer. And as far as the size of these lines goes, each of them are about a foot, if I'm not mistaken. So this is how long each of the lines are. And then you have some ideas of things you can create with just 4 bars. And as a reminder, all of the Nanoleaf products, they work with Apple HomeKit, Google Assistant, Alexa, SmartThings, and IFTTs. So the first in the power category, we have NextPow Portable Power Station. Basically, this is a giant power bank. It is 48,000 milliamps or 178 watt hour of charge. So what does this have? First of all, you do get an actual plug that you can use to plug some of your devices. You have a couple of USB Type A's, USB Type C, and DC in and out. So you can do a short press to see the current state of the battery, and you can double tap for the flashlight. I think every household needs to have a giant power bank laying around. You just never know when you're gonna need one of these things, whether around the house or when you go out. And if you like the idea, but this is not big enough, next product is also from NextPow, which I'm actually actively using to power my audio recorder, but this is an 80,000 milliamp battery and or equivalent of 296 watt hours. It generates 300 watts of power and a peak power of 500 watts. It has a little bit more stuff to look at. So you get 2 AC outlets instead of 1. You do have the DC out and DC in as well. And then in the front, this is where you have the LCD panel with the battery status. You get 4 USB Type A's and a USB Type C, as well as a flashlight, which you can have it in 2 different colors, or you could have it. Next, I got a 65 watt charger brick. A couple of things unique about this. Number one, this is a GaN charger. It's a new technology that you're able to get a lot more output out of a smaller charger brick. This offers 2 USB Type A's and a USB Type C, which is PD, or stands for power delivery. Basically, if it detects how much power your device needs and only outputs that much device. So if, let's say, you plug in your iPhone that does not need 65 watt, it's not going to damage it. This also offers dynamic power adjustment. So if using only one of these connections, you get either 65 watts, 18 watts, or 18 watts. Or if you use USB Type A and C, you get 45 watts and 18 watts. And if you're using all 3 of them, you get 45 watts, 10 watts, and 10 watts. Next, I have this bad boy. This is SharGeek. It is another GaN charger, but this is a whopping 140 watts. This is also a GaN charger. What that means is it's much smaller than traditional charger brick. For example, this is a 100 watt Apple charger brick, and this is a 140 watt SharGeek. With this, you get 3 ports, 2 USB Type C and a USB Type A. This has PD 3.1, so this single port can offer up to 140 watts, but depends on the type of device you're connecting this to. If you connect all 3 of them, you get 75 watts out of the first port, then 30 watts out of the second port, and 25 watts out of the third port. So it has a lot of juice for you to be able to do fast charge 3 devices at once. Next, I got this 3-in-1 charger from ESR. Now hear me out. I know there are a ton of different 3-in-1 chargers out there, but there is a reason why I've decided to showcase this one. You see this little ring right here? There is actually a fan underneath this charger right here. And when you connect this, which by the way, This is MagSafe, so you can simply just mount your iPhone to it. But then the fan will start kicking on, and it will do two things. One, your phone won't overheat, so it would help with its health long term. But also, it would actually help charge faster, because if your phone gets too hot, it can slow down how fast this is charging. You can charge two other devices, your, for example, AirPods and Apple Watch. But for the Apple Watch, you do need to have your own cable. What I do like about this is, underneath, if you look at it, it offers a very clean way for you to route your entire cable. Next is a 3-in-1 wireless charger station that unfortunately did not make it to me in time, but I know of this charger, and that's why I still wanted to cover it with you. So I'm gonna put some pictures on the screen. This is a 3-in-1 charger. What's unique about this, and the reason I wanted to share this with you, it completely collapses and folds down into something very, very thin and manageable for you to carry around with you. It can charge your, obviously, AirPods, your iPhone, as well as your Apple Watch all at once. For example, I travel a lot for work, and something like this would be extremely ideal for me to have around, so I do not have to carry multiple chargers with me. And this is very, very slim and small. Next couple of products get a little bit nerdy. This is a USB digital tester, so you can connect this in the path of anything you're charging, and it will give you a lot of information about the voltage, ampage, and whatnot. So for example, let's say you want to charge your iPhone. So as soon as I plug that in, you can see the ampage is going up, and it's showing that started to charge. You can change to read different information, and you can nerd out. The next product is a little bit in line with the same concept, and it's this USB cable right here. It actually has a digital reader right inside the cable, and this will show you how much power is being drawn. I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up, but it is showing how much power it's drawing right now, which is around 45 watts of power at this point. Next, I have this 5,000 milliamp magnetic wireless power bank plus a power adapter. Full disclosure, this is my own product I sell on Amazon. What I do include is an 18-watt power brick, because if you buy a new iPhone, you don't get one. You get the battery itself and a carrying pouch. You turn it on, you slap it back off your iPhone, and it starts charging. You can charge the battery with USB Type-C or Lightning cable. And while it's charging your phone, you can use USB Type-C to charge a second phone. It also has this stand right here, and you can watch your favorite content. So next we have a 3D printer that is capable of printing things like this. So I have printed these myself using any cubic printer. And here is Mr. White, and with his hat that will come off. I printed these all separately. And this is the very first printer that I have had myself, and I'm really having a blast using this thing. Obviously it won't fit in the frame right here, so I'll put a picture on the screen. But while you don't need to know 3D modeling and whatnot, you do need to be a little bit techie to understand the process. But basically, you can get the models, you can get them for free or buy them online. There are a ton of different libraries out there. And then you would have to, what is called slicing. Again, it's a free software you get, but it would slice the 3D image into like these very, very, very thin layers. Now, based on the resolution you select and the size of whatever you're printing, it can take from a few hours to almost like a full day. Next, I have this smart bottle, and you may wonder what it is or what it does. First of all, look at the design. It is very chic. I love the matte black color on it, and the opening is very satisfying. But besides that, the brain is all inside this piece right here. So first of all, you will charge this using a magnetic charger, and once it's charged and connects to your phone, and you will screw this back in. This down here has LED lights, and this piece down here also has a scale. So first, when you fill it up with water, it knows how much water it has in it. And every time you take a few sips, it actually continues to measure how much water you had drank. So when you put it down, it measures how much water is left inside this bottle. And then based on your water input, not only can track how much water you're actually drinking, but this could also flash and remind you that it's time to drink more water. And here's Draggy. This is what I teased with in the beginning of the video, so let me tell you all about it. That little device is high performance satellite connection. It will connect via Bluetooth to an app that is super easy to connect. And then what will happen is you can measure your 0 to 60, quarter mile, 1/8 of a mile, and whatnot. Obviously, do it somewhere safe, such as a drag strip, and do not do it in the streets and do not break any laws and get yourself or people around you in trouble or cause any safety concerns. There goes my disclaimer.
30, 60.
So you've seen what this thing can do. This could be great for that friend or family member that is a car enthusiast, or maybe for yourself. Next product, no, it's not an iPad, is an equivalent to an Apple Pencil. This thing costs obviously an arm and a leg, and here is an alternate option. This is the Apple Pencil, and this is the equivalent right here. It comes with a USB Type A to USB Type C for charging, and it charges right down here. As far as the weight, it is much lighter than the Apple Pencil, so you need to keep that in mind. This actually is pretty responsive and very impressive. I mean, 20 bucks compared to 100 bucks, so take your pick. And the final product of the day is this Magic Keyboard by ESR. So Apple's own Magic Keyboard costs over 300 bucks, and this is just over 100 bucks. So this is the case, magnetic flap. You open it up. The magnets are really strong on this to be able to hold on to your iPad, and then your iPad magically floats as you're typing. The keyboards are chiclets, obviously, and it has a trackpad. Seriously? So I got a trackpad working on my iPad right now, and I can type away. Trackpad, keyboard, floats magnetically, it protects, it snaps closed. I'm done. That was a lot. First of all, if you're still watching, you're a trooper. I really want to know who you are if you're watching. Do me a favor, drop in the comments a random exotic fruit name. I don't know, passion fruit or something. So I know who you are, because I want to thank you, double thank you, and triple thank you. And outside of that, I wish you guys a very happy holidays, and thank you so much for your support. If there is anything I missed, you get any comments or feedback from me, you know where to find me. Bye.